You're sitting at your breakfast table. The sunlight is warm. The tea is steaming. Your daughter smiles at you and says, "Good morning, Dad," and for a split second, you freeze. Her name. What was her name again? It's right there, on the tip of your tongue, but your mind is a blank page. That's how it begins. Not with a big dramatic moment, not with a fall or a sudden hospital visit, but with a name lost in the fog, a recipe you used to know by heart, a story you told 1,000 times that now comes out with missing pieces. You tell yourself, it's normal. I'm just getting older. But here's the truth: memory loss is not a natural part of aging the way we've been led to believe. According to a 2023 Harvard Medical School report, up to 40% of memory decline in adults over 60 is linked to everyday lifestyle habits, not age itself. And today, I'm going to show you 5 of those habits, the ones most seniors do every single day, that are quietly killing your memory. Some of them will shock you. One of them is probably sitting on your breakfast table right now, and all of them are preventable if you act now. So sit tight. This could be the most important 20 minutes you spend this week, maybe this year. Because if you don't know these 5 habits, you might be erasing your memories before your grandchildren even grow up. Habit 1. The morning trap on your breakfast table. Let's start where most of us start our day, the breakfast table. You pour your coffee black or with sugar. You spread margarine on your toast because the label says heart healthy. You reach for that cereal box that claims to have whole grains and vitamins. Here's the uncomfortable truth: most commercial breakfast foods for seniors are designed for shelf life, not for brain life. A 2022 study from the Mayo Clinic found that diets high in refined carbs and artificial trans fats, like those in processed pastries, many cereals, and margarine, were linked to a 52% higher risk of cognitive decline in adults over 65. Why? Because these foods spike your blood sugar, then crash it. They inflame your blood vessels. And your brain, which runs on a steady supply of glucose, ends up like a light bulb flickering on a weak wire. John, 72, started each morning with 2 slices of toast, margarine, and a cup of diet soda, yes, for breakfast. He thought he was making a light, diabetic-friendly choice. Within 5 years, his doctor noticed his memory tests dropping fast. The culprit: artificial sweeteners in his diet soda and trans fats in his margarine, both proven to disrupt brain signaling. What you should do: switch to real butter in moderation or avocado spread. Ditch refined cereals, go for steel-cut oats, nuts, and berries. And if you drink coffee, skip the artificial sweeteners. A teaspoon of honey is far less damaging. Habit 2. The healthy food that starves your brain. Oh, let's talk about something most seniors were told their whole life: go low fat, it's better for your heart. Decades of advertising told us fat was the enemy. But here's the dark side: your brain is 60% fat by weight. It needs healthy fats to rebuild memory cells. Harvard researchers published in 2021 that older adults who avoided fats altogether had significantly lower levels of DHA, a type of omega-3 fatty acid essential for memory. That means all those years of low-fat everything, low-fat yogurt, skim milk, fat-free snacks, may have quietly robbed your brain of its building blocks. Mary, 68, proudly told her friends she hadn't touched greasy foods in 20 years. She lived on low-fat crackers, fat-free cheese, and toast. Her cholesterol? Perfect. Her memory? She once left the stove on all night and couldn't remember why she walked into the kitchen in the first place. What you should do: bring back good fats, salmon, walnuts, olive oil. Stop fearing eggs, one of nature's richest sources of choline, a memory nutrient. Cut only the dangerous fats, trans fats, and excessive fried foods. Habit 3. Sitting the silent memory killer. This one seems harmless. You sit in your favorite chair, watch TV, maybe read the paper, scroll on your phone. But did you know that just 6 hours of sitting a day can shrink the memory center of your brain? A study from UCLA in 2022 found that sedentary seniors had lower thickness in the medial temporal lobe, the very part responsible for memory storage. Think of your brain like a garden. Blood flow is the water that keeps it alive. Every hour you sit, the watering slows, and memories, like delicate flowers, start to wither. David, 75, retired at 65 and proudly said, "Now I finally get to rest." He spent his mornings watching TV and afternoons in his recliner. 10 years later, he couldn't remember the names of his old colleagues. His doctor told him, "Your legs stopped moving, and your brain followed." What you should do: stand up every 30 minutes. Walk after meals, even 10 minutes counts. If your knees hurt, try seated marching or chair yoga. Habit 4. The nighttime saboturno. Let's move to the evening, the time when your brain should be recovering. But what do most seniors do at night? TV, tablets, phones, bright LED lights until midnight. You may think, I'm retired, I can sleep in, but your brain doesn't forgive late nights. According to the National Institute on Aging 2023, lack of deep sleep increases amyloid plaque buildup, the very same toxic protein found in Alzheimer's brains. Blue light from screens tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime. It shuts down melatonin, your sleep hormone, and your memories don't get filed properly overnight. Susan, 70, loved her evening detective shows until AM some nights. Within 2 years, she noticed her dreams stopped. Her sleep became shallow, and her recall, especially short-term, plummeted. What you should do: turn off screens 1 hour before bed. Keep your bedroom below 20 to C71F. Create a strict memory hour: reading, soft music, or journaling before sleep. Habit 5. Stress the memory assassin. You ignore. You might think, I'm retired, I have no stress. But do you worry about your health, your children, money, loneliness? Chronic stress floods your brain with cortisol. Over time, this shrinks the hippocampus, your brain's memory hub. A 2021 Yale study found that seniors with high stress hormones had a 37% faster rate of memory decline over 5 years. Linda, 74, was the strong one in the family. She never cried, never complained, but she carried every worry silently: her husband's diabetes, her son's debts, her own rising blood pressure. By 73, she started forgetting whether she'd taken her pills. Her doctor said, "It's not your brain failing, it's your stress starving it." What you should do: daily breathing or meditation, just 10 minutes. Walks in nature reduce cortisol by up to 20%. Talk. Don't bottle it up, even a phone call helps. The wake-up call. No, I want you to pause and ask yourself, how many of these 5 habits are in your life right now? The margarine on your toast, the healthy fat-free yogurt in your fridge, the hours in your recliner, the late-night TV glow, the silent stress you never release. These aren't dramatic choices. They're tiny daily cuts, and your memory is bleeding from them. But here's the good news: your brain can heal. Neurons regrow, connections rebuild, if you start now. Your action plan starting tonight: 1. Fix breakfast first. Real fats, real food, no fake sugars. 2. Move after every meal. 10 minutes walking beats 1 hour sitting. 3. Turn screens off an hour before bed. 4. Release stress daily. Journaling, prayer, or a friend's ear. 5. Check your doctor about omega-3s and B vitamins. Your memory isn't gone, it's just waiting for the right care. You don't have to become a different person overnight, but you do have to start, because memory loss doesn't knock on your door, it quietly moves in when you're not looking. Imagine 10 years from now, sitting at that same breakfast table. Will you remember your daughter's name or stare blankly, trying to hide your panic? That choice begins today. If you want more videos like this on the hidden habits stealing your golden years, subscribe and comment below. I will not forget, because that single sentence could be the start of saving decades of memories.